98 out of 100 people will fail. Statistically proven, 98% of Americans will either be dead or broke before they reach the age of 65 and can retire. Now, did that scare you? It should. 98% is such a huge percentage to be telling people that you're going to fail. 98 people out of 100 fail. We have almost 100 followers on the Mech Nation. Think about it. If I get 100 views, only 2 of you guys can potentially make it to 65 and be able to retire comfortably. And that doesn't piss you off, if that doesn't spark some kind of change in you, I don't know what will. Guys, we have been growing up in an educational system that has taught us to get a great education, to get a job, but the only thing that job and that education and that school system actually guarantees you is the right to fail. That's right. The school system has guaranteed you a right to fail because of the fact that it's teaching you to get a job, and now you have that job, you work for 40 years, you get booted out of the system, you lose your retirement, you lose your savings, you don't even have any savings. A third, that's 33%. 1/3 of Americans don't even have a cent saved for retirement. 1/3 of Americans. Now, again, we claim to be the #1 country in the world. We claim to be a superpower. We claim to be a first world country, but 1/3 of our Americans don't even have a cent to be given and saved for retirement. That is crazy. Crazy. How can you not save for retirement? How can we say that this huge country, 1/3 of us, don't even have anything saved for retirement? And trust me, it gets a lot worse for the baby boomers. Like, one thing, baby boomers, 76% of baby boomers aren't even confident they have enough money to retire. 76% of baby boomers don't even think they can retire, man. That's a huge number. That's crazy. You gotta be kidding me right there. And that goes back to the 98% of people fail. Look, it's like 36% of people will die before they even reach the age of 65 so they can retire. Well, like 36, 35%. That's crazy. And the others, they're following the school system, they're following everything the school system taught to get a job, to get education, to work, to save for retirement, to do all those things, only to end up having no money for retirement, going on Social Security benefits, which that's going away. And then somehow try and figure out what they can do. But they can't do anything. They're stuck. They saved enough money to retire and live not comfortably. They have to downsize. When you work for 45 years, why should you want to downsize to a lower level? But that's what retirement is. You're downsizing your living, and then you're stuck in this downsized living, making every penny count, instead of retiring and being able to do what you want because you saved enough money. And it's because of this kind of thing that 98% of people fail in America. Because only the top 1-2% of people out of 100 will actually go out and create enough income, start their own business, be self-employed, take care of their family, make sure they have a great retirement plan so they can retire wealthy and basically just have the freedom to do whatever they want because they can. Guys, I'm giving you these stats because I want the next couple series and videos, it's going to be talking about finances, different things, student loans, all this kind of stuff, because I want you guys to understand the Mech Nation is about giving value, giving content. And when we look at the statistics of this kind of thing and we look at how much money is not in people's hands and the statistics of telling you that you're going to fail, you have a 98% chance of failing, are you going to look at that and be like, man, I should just give up now? Or you could be like, hey, there's still 2%. I'm going to be one of those 2 people of 100 that's going to stand up and get my money right, get my retirement right, and set myself up for success. And that's why we create the Mech Nation. That's why I'm so passionate about being self-employed, being an entrepreneur. Yes, I work. I work so I can fund my business, so I can have my business grow and start making me money, so then I don't have to worry about going to work and getting fired. I'm my own boss. I want to work towards passive income so I can have income coming in and not rely on the government to take care of me. But that's what a lot of Americans, that's what 98% of Americans do, is they rely on the government to take care of them, and then they wonder why that government can't support them. So if you do the math of 98%, 98 out of 100 million people fail, that's about 294 million Americans. About 300 million Americans are relying on the government to support them in retirement because they failed to retire. They failed to have that support. And so now they're stuck. Most of the 30-something% of them are dead, and the ones that aren't dead are relying on other people to go ahead and take care of them, and relying on the government to take care of them as well. But the government you can't rely on the government to take care of yourself. You gotta be responsible, take your responsibility into your own hands, and go out there and create a future in retirement for yourself. Now, last two things right here. 56% of Americans say they lose sleep over retirement. That's over half of America loses sleep over retirement, over thinking, how am I gonna retire? What am I gonna do? How is this all gonna work? I know from personal experience, my parents have the same situation. They're like, I don't know how we can retire. We don't have enough money to retire. And it's this kind of thing that growing up in this kind of situation, seeing your family friends, your own friends, professionals, everyone just failing and having such a huge chance of not even reaching in retirement. But if you do, then, either not having enough retirement or having just enough for 13 years, but then you outlive your retirement package and all of a sudden you have no money and you have to go back to work because you don't have enough money to support yourself and pay for the rent and the increases and the inflation that we have going on. That's crazy. That sounds crazy to me, and it should sound crazy to you guys. 98 out of 100 people fail. And that's because it starts with our school system. Our school system, America was based off and founded on economics. It was founded on being self-employed. If you go back two eras ago, over a decade ago, everyone was self-employed. Farmers, people, it was all trading. It was all, you did your own work. You didn't work for someone. It was during the industrial era that big companies, big corporations came in and started employing people and having people work for them. And then that's what moved. But now we're in the information era. We're not in the industrial era. We're in information, moving to conceptual era. Now it's not about having a job. It's about being able to think on your own, have that information, create your own business, create your own foundation, and retire on your own and stop relying on government help. I don't know about you guys, but I personally could not even stand having the government take care of me. That's like the lowest low. Because you're just relying on other people, all the other 300 million people to support you. I want to support myself. I want to have freedom. I want to support my family. I want to be the one supporting my family, not the government, not anyone else but myself. And that's why I made this video, because I want you guys to really think about the fact that 98% of the people out there will fail. Because we're not taught the economics. The school system doesn't teach us economics. It teaches us how to get a job, how to get a great education. But when have you really seen a rich professor? Professors have bachelor's, master's, PhDs, all this stuff, 50 billion degrees. But they're not making any money. They're dead broke. Now, there's some exceptions to the rule, but most people that have a master's, bachelor's, PhD, they're even worse off with their money problems. They're worse off than someone with a bachelor's degree or no degree at all. And we see that over and over and over again. You'll have so many PhD people just be like, oh, I understand everything about money, blah, blah, blah. But they really don't. They understand how to do their job well, but they don't understand how to take that money and retire and invest in themselves so they can retire safely and without any worry. Guys, 98% of people will fail. 98 out of 100 people will fail. I don't want you guys on the page right now watching this video, I don't want any one of you guys to be part of that 98. You will all be part of the 2% that actually succeed, reach 65, are able to retire comfortably, are able to take care of their kids, able to take care of their family, themselves, their spouse, whoever, and are able to live a great and large life. That's why I'm making this content. That's why I'm producing this content. That's why I created the Mech Nation, because on top of the 7.5 billion people being impacted, I want to impact them in finances, in understanding retirement, understanding money, so that we can reduce that 98%. It should be 0 out of 100 people will fail by the time they reach 65 years old. Now, you can't stop death, and we probably won't stop about 36%, but we could lower that percentage as well. 36% of Americans that die, the biggest reason for that is actually heart attack. Heart attack, which is caused usually by stress and overwork and all that stuff, which people that, 56% of Americans lose sleep, a third of Americans don't have any savings in retirement. We can't be surprised. We might even lower the death rate just by the fact that we educate people and work together and expand the Mech Nation. So if you're watching this on the Facebook page, please share this video around. Get your pals, your buddies, your friends, family, everyone into the Mech Nation, following it for the content that we provide, for all the right information and talents and everything that's going to be going on to help you guys succeed and reach a new level, because I don't want to see any more 300 million Americans fail. That's ludicrous to me. That's insane. I want us to reduce that rate and be one of the generation and the people that started a movement to change and help people succeed and not fail. Let's change the educational system. Let's change how jobs work. Let's change the information we receive. Let's change the way we think about retirement. And let's change everything so that we can finally succeed and reach a great place in life where we all are able to retire and there's no more 98 out of 100 people failing. With that being said though, guys, thank you so much for checking out this video. Please share, like, subscribe, follow, whatever you guys have to do. Please go ahead and share this video with everyone. And thank you so much. I'll see you guys in another one of my videos. Peace out.